Hi, I'm Bree Joseph.
And I'm Casey Rogan, and together we own a special effects company called KVZ FX.
And today we're going to show you at home how to recreate a look inspired by heroes and villains that were created by players in DC Universe Online. Before we start anything, we want to go ahead and prime her face. Priming her face is going to allow the makeup to sit and stay on there throughout the night and protect her face from any of the makeup that we're putting on it. Not too much, just go a nice good base. I'm going to take a grease paint and I'm going to apply this just with the makeup sponge. And I'm going to go into all her highlighted areas and go ahead and wipe those out right now. Nice and gentle around the eye. Just stippling with my sponge. And I'm going to go around her mouth, almost creating an upside down triangle with the point leading to her chin. Just go ahead until you get a nice base coat. I'm going to go ahead and take that down her neck. I really like using a sponge that's broken off with all the holes and whatnot in there because I feel it creates a nice, almost like an airbrushed look. You don't have the strokes and the lines in there. And when I go to add the other color, it really creates a nice blend. Now, if you want to go back in and detail the areas like under her eyes, feel free to do so with a brush. And the best way to do this without having your model blink is to have your model keep their face forward, but take their eyeballs, stare their eyeballs upward. And it prevents the model from blinking. Now that I've got a good base, I'm going to go ahead and go in there and powder that now. I'm going to take translucent powder. This happens to be Anti-Shine by Krylon, but you could use baby powder. It works just the same. I'm going to put a little bit of that in the lid, and I'm going to take the excess and dab it off. Now I'm going to take the other end of my sponge because we don't want to waste any of this. And I'm actually just going to rip the piece off that I added the white on there with. And I'm going to go back in with my spatula in your mixing tray, and I'm going to just put a little of my grease paint on there until I get a desired color. Remember to thin this a little short, take alcohol. Alcohol will spread it thin. We do not want to frost her face. I'm doing the same technique, stipple. Make sure you take that all the way back to the hairline. You don't want the makeup stopping right there. You can always take it out of her hair. It's just grease paint. I'm even going to take a little bit of this color and stipple just a little bit into the whites so I can get that middle highlight of the two. And that way the blend looks seamless. And do the same around the mouth areas. Okay, now we've got that. Now what I'm going to do is go in with, not necessarily a black right now, I'm going to go in with a darker brown to kind of start highlighting and to tie her eyebrows into this makeup. So I'm going to take an eyeliner. So I'm going to go right in there and I'm just going to apply eyeliner right on her eye. All right. And I'm going to go back over her eyebrows just a little bit, just to kind of blend them in because I don't want her looking too human. Now here's the fun part. We're going to go in and paint her nose. So we're going to take a black color and we're going to go just, again, like an upside down triangle. And now we're going to bring that all the way to the tip of the nose, to an upside down triangle once again. We're going to go and highlight her lips a little bit as well with that same color, going from the inside out. All right, I think Casey's ready to come in here and start adding a little eyes.
So what I'm going to do here is really give them a dramatic eye. And I'm just using a basic craft brush for this with a nice angle, nice pointy angle. Just letting it dry for 1 second. And we're going to do the same exact thing on the other eye. I would not recommend this liner for an everyday look, but for a character this is a lot of fun and really cool. Okay, to add a little bit more oomph, I'm going to go ahead and put some lashes on her. Now, there's many lashes that you could use. I'm using pretty dramatic eyelashes. You can buy them in any length, but for this particular look, like I said, we're going to do something a little bit more out of the norm. Now this eyelash is a little bit too large in length for her eyelid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down to her eye size. Don't throw away the end of that because there's a really cool trick I'm going to teach you later. I'm going to take a back of a brush and I'm going to apply my eyelash adhesive just right on the edge of that, giving it a nice, neat layer. And gently placing that right onto her eyelid. Now remember, before, I said not to throw away those little extra pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ends of those eyelashes that I cut off and put them right at the ends. Now my kitty cat is pretty much blended. Maybe just a little tiny bit of a nice rich brown to kind of pull it all together, just for her crease line.
Okay, now we're going to finish up the final touches on our character here. We found these little ears at a costume supply store, but I don't want this necessarily going on her head looking like a headband. So what I'm going to do is take some of this hair. We're going to cover that up top. Go ahead and pin that top piece back with bobby pins. Now, to finish this look off, we're going to go ahead and add cheetah spots. Now these spots are going on her body. You can use any type of black paint. You could use your grease paints. We're going to use Enduro alcohol-based paints. And I like to say the best way to describe on how to make a cheetah print is little countries or little states. And you can take this as far as you want or along the body, but just remember, little states, little countries. And there you go.
Wow!